we're here with freshman Stevie Jo Knapp, an infielder for the Ducks, and the team just finished their fall campaign. I had a 6-0 run there, beat Corbin, Portland State, and Oregon State in doubleheader fashion, and you had a big 2-for-2 game there early in that first game against Corbin here this week. So let's take us back to the fall, kind of what things you've worked on most in practice in the games.
I would say in practice I've worked on my swing a lot. I've worked on making it shorter instead of really long, because when it's long I pop up a lot, and I think that showed my last couple of games. It was shorter and I got a lot more hits. And then with fielding wise, Coach Miller taught us a different way to field a backhand. I've never heard that way in my life, so that's been a struggle, but I've been trying to figure out how to field the backhand cleanly. But other than that, I've just focusing on keeping short and fielding the ball clean and getting the job done.
What were some of the things he emphasized with that fielding technique?
That you have to take the ball straight up to your chest. You can't roll it. And he calls me Felix because I always pick at it like a cat. And so that's my nickname right now is Felix because I can never field the ball right. So I'm trying to get my nickname taken away.
Yeah. I mean, playing third base, it's not an easy spot to play initially. Then you're changing your whole technique there. Is it harder or easier? Because it's more reactionary at third base,
I mean,
right?
the way he's teaching us is easier to field the backhand, but for me right now it's hard because I don't know how to do it yet. But once I pick it up, I'm sure it'll be really easy. It's just quick coming from batter right to third base.
I know I'm probably changing your stroke there at the plate too. It's hard with all these new pitchers, the new level of competition. What's been the biggest thing for you to adjust mentally for that?
Mentally, just pitch selection because girls spin the ball more, so I have to learn what pitch is mine and what pitch is a pitcher's pitch instead of just swinging at anything, and never being late because sometimes I'm late on the pitcher because I don't really quite know their speed yet, so just being late on the ball.
You're from Chino Hills, California, so obviously you're around some of the greatest high school players and club players from the nation. Talk about what got you started in the sport back at the very beginning.
When I was little, my parents took me in every kind of sport, like soccer, softball, basketball, and I stuck with soccer and softball. And then when I became 11, 12, 13, my parents were like, all right, you're going to have to pick one because you want to do travel in both, but that's too much. So I just went on a limb and picked softball, and it brought me here today.
You had some great power numbers there back in club ball and high school there. What were some things you were most proud of?
I was very proud of winning CIF my sophomore year and contributing. I was third base and I was batting fourth that year and contributing, and I was proud of freshman year I got hurt and I came back off of that, and that was on varsity, and I came back and still had a starting spot after because I worked my butt off. So I was very proud of that and how my hitting has become very strong because of that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously when you're a senior, you have it all figured out there. You're on a team, you have a great spot in the lineup, etc. But now you're starting over again from scratch. How's it been for you to adjust to being a freshman again, trying to figure out a whole new team and system?
I mean, it's not an adjustment because I prepared myself a lot, working out wise before I came up here. It's just kind of just meshing with all the girls and getting their personalities, my personalities, and just becoming close with the whole team. But I mean, the level of competition, it's just everybody's good now. I mean, when travel ball, some people were good, some people weren't, so you could expect who would be the competition. But here now, everybody's good, so it's just it's fun competition though because you have to compete for your spot, and that makes you work hard.
What's the funnest part for you to play on this team as far as practice?
I would say the funnest part is just being around everybody and just taking in the whole experience. It's just whoa, I'm finally here. It happened.
Yeah. Chemistry, I know, has been a big thing for other people attracted to this team. What about for you?
I mean, I feel like my personality is just like everybody else on the team. The whole team's dorky and bubbly, and that's how I've been my whole life. I feel like everybody's pretty much like that, so it fits well.
Yeah. So when you were being recruited and looking at other schools there, what were the things you were looking for in a team?
I was looking for people like me and the same drive like I do, the same personality, attitude, all that stuff, and not a team that's kind of bratty and push you off to the side and thinks they're the best, because obviously you're not going to win every game, but a team who thinks that, yeah, we're good and we're going to fight to win, we can get to the top.
What about the coaches? When you talk to the coaches, what impressed you about them?
I love how Coach White is very calm and very warm, but then when he needs something done, he gets it done. Yeah. I like how all the coaches are like that. And Coach Spencer and Coach Miller and Coach Lyle, they're all fun, and they do drills with us, and I like them all. They're all cool.
Yeah. How's it facing Mike there at the plate? He's pitching.
It's hard. I mean, I faced him freshman year at a camp, and I didn't realize it was him until I got here now. And freshman year, I was like, oh my gosh. And then now, being a freshman in college, I'm like, wow, this is a lot different than it was freshman year, because now I know how I can hit the ball. So freshman year, I was swinging out of my butt, missing everything. Now I can somewhat hit some. So I mean, it's difficult.
Yeah, I know it's a big adjustment for you too, as far as classroom and getting into the college schedule there. What classes are you taking right now?
I'm taking math, writing, FHS, and military science.
Yeah. So talk about your military science class.
Military science is interesting because you learn about the military, stuff that you never learned before, and you learn about how it's kind of goes with like softball, like being a leader and like how to be a leader and how to be a teammate, and it goes along well with softball. So I like taking the class. And it's just interesting, like some of the stuff we do, like that I never thought I would learn how to do because it's a military class.
Like what are some of those things?
We learned how to knot tie the other day, so now I know how I can tie a knot and it'll stick instead of falling out like when it always does.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting. And then we learned how to put guns together, and that was cool. I don't think I'll ever do that again, but it was really cool.
Yeah. Do you have a roommate on the team back in the dorm?
Yes, Nay's my roommate, and Nay's awesome. We always have fun together.
Yeah. What's she like as far as a roommate? Is she the neat one and you're the
No,
messy one?
I'm the neat one. She's the messy one, so I always clean her side of the room. Always.
Yeah. Anything else about her as a roommate that you love having her there?
It's just she's fun. She's always positive. Like we can laugh about everything. We have a bunch of food, so we share food a lot.
Yeah.
But she's really cool. I love Nay as a roommate.
Well, that's awesome. The team now has some break now, so individual workouts here and there, but they resume practice in January, and then start up again as far as games. In February, they start off at Tempe at the Kajikawa Classic in mid-February. So good luck.
Thank you.